All right, we're live.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Hey,
Let us know.
welcome back to the waiting table. We're doing non-scale victories on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
Woo woo.
We're on all the things, doing all the
stuff.
Is that? Oh, I should probably turn my phone off.
Dina. See, we were both.
Well,
we were all wrong.
No, Dina.
Okay.
Dina.
See, I'm glad we asked.
Right?
What's up, Jamie? Nurse Jose. Hello, hello.
Hey, Jose.
Dina.
Yeah.
Oh, Lonnie's here.
Lonnie.
Lonnie. What's up,
It's been
buddy?
so long, Lonnie. I miss you.
I know. It was such a fun episode. I loved having you on. I can't wait for our wedding recap episode.
Yes.
Did you guys see him play that clarinet the next day?
Yeah. Was it a
clarinet?
Was it a clarinet or a flute?
Clarinet.
It was a clarinet. Okay. Yeah. Squidward.
Yeah, it was a Yaz flute.
Yeah. Squidward. Yeah. Exactly. That's how I remembered it too.
Yeah. Aw.
We had a blast too, man. That was awesome.
Yeah. Man, it feels good to be back in the rhythm of things. I feel like the last couple weeks it's felt a little hard, like just technology wise, like, okay, we got everything. Now I feel like we're back. I don't want to jinx it, actually.
We'll see. Thanks. Yeah, you jinxed it. You jinxed it. Don't worry. You jinxed it.
Yeah, we're all frozen. Non-scale victories. So those that are new here, welcome. At this point in our pre-show, this is like the pre-game to our show, our preamble. We celebrate all of the non-scale victories, which are basically just victories that don't have anything to do with the scale, unless you're Murph and you want to be different. Yours actually did have to do with the scale last week, but it was actually pretty. It was a good one. So you can still do scale victories too if you want.
Yeah. Just victories,
Just victories, things to celebrate. Yeah. I'm gonna do what Rob always does to Murph. This one's for you, Murph. Rob, how's it going? What's a non-scale victory for you?
It's going really, really well. My non-scale victories right now, though, are so boring because they're so related to.
But that's part of the journey, right? Like they don't always, in the beginning, I think it's easy to pull out so many because it's like it's such a stark difference and contrast in your life. But that's the season you're in. So I think boring is good.
All right, I will tell you my boring NSVs. It is all about the amount of energy I've had as of late. So for those who are not aware, I have committed to my second transformation bodybuilding competition. That's going to be in now 3.5 weeks. So I'm officially halfway done my very last minute prep. And I think it's going well. And last time I did a 14-week cut. And my energy was just like down in the dumps. And this time around, I'm keeping my activity high. I'm doing a lot, actually. And I find that my energy has been really, really good. And I think part of it is just I am more aware of what works well for my body. I've made some changes to adjust based on what makes me most efficient. But then the other part is, I think the most important part is the fact that I've done it before and I sort of know what to expect. And I think that it translates really, really well to our overall journey because regain is a very real thing, right? And I think the biggest thing that people can take away, especially when they go through regain, is, well, heck, I've done this before. I know what to do, right? And just trusting that you know what to do. Like, I know we've talked about this in the past, Murph, there's been some regain over the summertime, but you said this last week, I know what to do. I know exactly what I have to do. And the fact that we know what to do, it's empowering.
Well, right? And for the first time, it actually works. Not for everybody, like I'm generalizing, right? There's other tools that, people need to bring in to help. But like, I think that's what's still shocking to me is like, before I used to eat pretty well, exercise, and would see no results, like literally no results. And so it's been fun actually kind of seeing, like I can see results now. And it's encouraging to like keep going.
And I think that's like, and I don't know, I always keep adding to the most important things I've learned from this whole journey. But I think one of the biggest things is just, I have such a good understanding of my body and how different things can change whether it's water weight, whether it's fat, whether it's muscle gain, whatever. Like I just feel that I have so much more control than previously, where you're in a constant panic because you have no control or you don't know. I felt like this whole thing that we've been going through, I think this has been one of the most empowering things. Just you understand more, right?
Definitely.
That's mine.
That's a good one. That wasn't boring.
Really
that was a really good one. Good job, Rob.
Thanks, guys.
Good job, man.
You did
and
it.
It's so cool to see it work, like to learn how to use the tool, and like when you're not using it and you're just like enjoying the holidays or enjoying the birthday party or whatever you're doing, you can always come back to that tool and be like, all right, I know what to do. And then I honestly, I was getting a little discouraged, thinking like, man, I've gained so much weight. Here I go again. Like I'm just gonna balloon right up.
Yeah, and getting that mental
go back into my bad habits. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, I've already lost a lot of it and I'm already doing great and it works. I just need to put in the effort and the work. And it's still definitely not the easy way out. I mean, it takes the discipline that I never had before, to make it work. But I'm making it work and I'm so excited. So my non-scale victory is actually my belt was actually getting a little too small. And hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, did you know that Murph's belt is getting a little bit too small?
What?
Murph's belt. Isn't that awesome? He's so confused. He's like, what have I done? Okay.
He's like, you put me on the spot.
Bye, buddy. Hey, get out of here, man.
Bye-bye. Go.
Murph's
boy.
Amscray. You ruined my whole. What was I? Oh my gosh! I don't even know what I was saying now.
I'm sorry.
Your belt.
Like, I can whip you with the belt. I'm like,
sorry. But now the belt, like I'm noticing, it's coming back around. It wasn't going through that that extra loop, and now there's plenty of room again. And
That's
it's like,
awesome.
wow, it's working. And I haven't weighed in. I weighed in all like last week, and then I just haven't weighed in this week because I've been getting up and then getting straight to my coffee, and then like crap, I forgot to weigh in. But I'm not worried about it. For the first time in my life,
this is so awesome to hear, though, man.
I'm not worried about it.
Like I would say, like we've, the three of us. I think everyone here continuously changes and goes through all these different things. But like for me, and it was interesting too because I know with Shea, we want to really see how this next year would be for her, just because that 1 year. What we call the honeymoon phase was done, and it's like, okay, now this is when you get started. And Shea, you've sort of like stepped up to the plate there with all your exercising and eating well and being very conscious about that. But the part that for me feels really next level is like, Murph, your progression through the emotional and mental part of this all, right? The fact that earlier on in the year you're sharing how I don't weigh myself every day. And that was a big thing. Right. And after summer, and you just said this now, like I had regained, but I also am aware of what I need to do to get through that. Like I think Murph from a year and a half ago or 2 years ago would be like, shit. Right. Like now, and then you'd start obsessing over it and worrying about it. And like now you're like, I know what to do. And the fact that you can go in and out as needed. Again, this is all a tool, right? A tool is not there to be used all the time. It's to be used when you need to, right? And the fact that you're utilizing that and really putting that into practice is amazing. This is the stuff I think we need, and I think especially as we continuously go through this journey, like obviously every year it's sort of like new things that we need to learn. And I think this is sort of the natural progression. It's less about the physical part, and it's more about how do you manage all the other parts.
Yeah. Tacking on to that too, Murph, like just since Rob was calling it out too, like just your confidence and like knowing what you need and knowing how to communicate that, I think is a huge thing I've seen in you this year too, of just like, that's been really cool. Cause I know that's really scary to know what or to like recognize your needs and then feel safe enough and confident enough to like communicate them. And I've just seen that a lot, and I'm really proud of you for that, because I know that's hard.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been, with the physical growth, or growing down, not growing up, but there's the mental game has been the hardest part, and it was something that I feel like if you don't take it seriously, it's really going to bite you in the ass. Like, you really have to like front load
And not in a
that
good
that
way.
mental. Yeah, no, it's gonna be but and I'm not saying I did it right, or like I'm doing it right, but I'm acknowledging the fact
Yeah.
that my mental well-being is not super solid, and I need to work on that more. And so it's just like doing reps at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind is a big muscle too, and you gotta work it out, and you gotta do those reps, like the tank top thing that I did last summer.
Yep.
I mentioned it there, like I got to wear that tank top out in public more and more and more and more, and practice that, and
higher reps.
and that'll eventually build some, you said, confidence. I'm not feeling super confident, but if I appear to be, then cool. I'll take
even
it.
just in the interactions between the three of us, I've seen that
that's
more.
what I was
like,
say too.
yeah, like I don't know. It's not like, I don't know. Some people, you look at them and it's like they post a picture of them almost naked or something. You're like, wow, they have so much confidence.
Sorry,
yeah, Rob. No, but that's not the type of confidence I'm seeing in you. Or I don't mean that in a bad way. It's not like superficial confidence. It's like deep rooted confidence that I'm seeing and
understanding your
feeling.
boundaries and what's good for you, and voicing that. Like, that was the big thing I was going to say as you were saying that, Shea, is that's the big thing I see, right? Like, if something doesn't necessarily work well, we've said this a lot, you've acknowledged this a lot, like you're a people pleaser, like many of us are. And yeah, this year there was a big turn, not that you're not a people pleaser, but you're true to what you need, and what's best for you a lot more this year, which is awesome to see.
Cool.
Holy crap, there's so many really good things being shared.
But we got lots of stuff. Let's get off of that, and let's get on to
Shea. Shea, what's yours?
Oh, okay. So I've been sick this week. I got the COVID. It's still a thing, apparently. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I haven't been feeling good, and I'm feeling a lot better today. But it's funny because I just this last week again, it's been more of a mental thing of like just feeling bummed out. Like, I feel like I've been on such a good rhythm and routine, and it's been like a grieving process of like, oh, like I was in such a good role, and now I have to adjust things, to make it work with being sick. And so I mentioned it a little bit on my stories today, but I feel like it was just eye-opening on how that black and white mentality still slips in. And so I was just thinking about that, and I was kind of coaching myself through it of going, like, I don't have to stop everything or start anything all at once. Like, I can just take it little by little. And it's like my body, the basics that I need are like water, rest, eating enough food, and like chilling. Like, that's what I need to focus on. And so again, it's like that fear, and we talked about it a little earlier, but like that fear of like, oh no, I'm going to spiral out of control. And like this week of being sick is going to turn into a month, and then 2 months, and whatever. And it's like, really, I haven't changed that much this week, and except, just needing more rest and not move, like working out, because my body's needed downtime. That's not that big of a difference. And so I think it's just, that was a non-scale victory for me of like being able to practice more of getting away from that all or nothing mindset and refocusing and talking myself through it and feeling like it's okay. Not everything is such a big deal. So that felt good.
Good. I'm glad.
Good.
And you're right. A lot of it is like that whole black and white concept, I think, is something that is very deep rooted in a lot of us that we need to get through. And I think the more and more we go through this, it's sort of like, yeah, you know what? We do need to be able to change that and see that there's shades of gray in between. And that's not a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of comments. I don't mean to cut you guys off.
Yeah,
lots of comments on Instagram and TikTok. Nothing over on YouTube yet, but I'm trying to scroll through. I'm like 40 deep here.
Which one, on Instagram or TikTok?
On TikTok. I'm trying to do TikTok. If you want to take a look
TikTok,
at Instagram,
I'll take Instagram. Yeah.
I'll look pretty.
And Rob, you just smile.
You look pretty, Rob.
We've got AJ in the house. Tony D's here. Purity's here. So many awesome people in this room right now.
Bariatric
Thanks,
Bros
guys, for
here,
joining us.
Nami.
Bariatric Bro, Chris. A scale victory from Purity. Purity, your Barry secretary.
I love
Has a
that
scale victory.
name
She's
so much.
officially down 30 pounds
Yes.
since surgery. She hit that 30 mark. Way to go.
That's
Way to go.
exciting.
Yep. That's awesome. Yeah, go ahead, Shay.
Okay. Bariatric warrior Steph, it's good to see you. I know you're so busy and have so much going on. She's moving from Washington to North Carolina. She said she's devastated, and I think we need to, any of our NC folks, hit Steph up. I've heard North Carolina is beautiful.
My mom lives there. Yeah, she loves it.
Oh, there you go. Just become adopted. You can be Murph's sister. But she had said that her 3-year surgiversary from her first surgery, which was VSG, is October 5th. Steph, I cannot believe it's only been 3 years, like just with everything you've been, and I mean that in like a good way. Like I feel like you're one of our vets and stuff.
That's what I always feel too. I feel
that's crazy. Let's see.
Tony D, like a long time ago. I'm scrolling way up, but I think this is a really great one. Tony D said, for the first time in 7 years, his wedding ring fits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good one.
How awesome is that? That's awesome. Yeah, I've got my
because
I got my size 15 right here, and now I'm wearing a 9.5. I love it.
I just got mine resized this year.
Isn't that great? I love it.
Such a good feeling.
I just want to share. Matt Forte says, "I love the calendar in the back." Shout out to Eric.
Look at this guy. I was excited for Eric's.
So nice.
Let's see. Do we have more NSVs on TikTok, Murph?
I went
because we have a question for you. But
Jamie, breaking free from 715, said he went to 6 stores to run some errands yesterday and didn't have to think twice about it. He's moving, he's chucking, he's just going, and there's no stopping him.
Dude, that's how I get my cardio in. I do like the Marshalls Home Goods TJ Maxx run. I don't do it very often, but like if I'm like, I get like every so often I'll want more candles, more like hand soap, like kind of those weird things that I like to get from there. And then you do your little run and it's like, there you go. You have your cardio done for a little while at least.
Yeah. For everybody watching, really quick, can I mention Jamie just real quick?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Can I mention Jamie? Because Jamie's going to be on our show, and I'm so excited. He's been a chef for 25 years, and he started at 715 pounds, and he's lost a ton. He's looking great. He's looking fantastic. He had the I can never say it.
Duodenal switch.
Duodenal switch. Yeah.
Sounds like a gaming console every time I say it.
It's like the Xbox, the duodenal switch.
Yeah, but it's duodenal
switch with the thing. Yeah. But he's going to be on our show the day before Thanksgiving, and we're going to be serving up some Thanksgiving a recipe of some sort. I mentioned to him the pecan pie. We had a little discussion about that. So we talked about it a little bit on his live, and we're still shooting some ideas. But Jamie's awesome. So I'm excited to have him on the show come Thanksgiving, day before Thanksgiving. So go ahead.
I'm so excited. There's just a couple other NSVs. Sorry, I don't know how to say this username.
It's Julie.
Is it Julie? Okay,
Julie,
cool.
Yes.
Okay. I've finally hit my goal and down 100 pounds, skin removal done. NSV is traveling. Everything about traveling in my new body feels surreal, from the airplane to activities. Yes. So freaking cool.
So that's Julie awesome. was at my hospital where I had mine in Toronto.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And and I love watching all the different things she does with her traveling. It's absolutely amazing. And yeah, you're right. Like we wouldn't be able to do all these different things. So, very, very good on you. Congratulations and all that. That's amazing.
Yes. I am also super excited for Sharky Chicky. I saw on your Instagram that today is her 1-year surgiversary, down 167 pounds total. That is
Wow. Good
That's
job.
incredible.
amazing.
Great job.
I hope you felt a lot of love. I feel like
Yeah.
surgiversaries have become more like my birthday
Right.
than
Yeah.
my actual birthday now.
Yeah. Bigger deal. For sure.
Yeah, it's like the birthday you chose.
Yeah.
I can't remember the dates because I'm like awful with dates.
I'm the
but I
same
know
way.
It's like July and August. I know that like I celebrate me
It's
for
your
like 2 months
surgiversary
straight.
months. Yeah.
Yeah. So the party just doesn't stop.
That's right. Cheryl said purchased a one-size-fits-all Snuggie. It not only fits, but it's comfortably too big. I love it.
Nice.
Congrats. I do want to make a quick comment about something that Lonnie had mentioned about my Fitness Pal, really helping
Yes,
him
thank
learn
you.
a
I
lot
saw
about
that.
food.
Mhm.
He lost 135 pounds before surgery.
Yeah.
100% agree. My Fitness Pal, whether it's my Fitness Pal, I know, Shea, you use a different one. There are a few different ones out
Chronometer,
there.
I've really loved, actually.
Yeah.
They're both helpful and
Right.
What's it called? Shay?
Chronometer, Chronometer. I don't know if it's because it's with my health coach who actually is going to be on the show, so we can ask her. But I don't know if I get all the features because it's run through her,
Sure.
or if they have more free features than my Fitness Pal. I'm not sure on that, but
Yeah.
I know with my Fitness Pal, you have to pay to do like the barcode scanning and stuff like that. With Chronometer, the one that I use, you don't, which is kind of nice, but it is really helpful. I both.
Chronometer sounds like a video game on the duodenal
cooler
switch.
Yeah. It does.
I
You
need
can
to get
only
the
get
next
it
one.
at the duodenal switch.
Yeah, I have to wait at Blockbuster to
Rated T
rent
for
it.
teens,
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. We have a few more.
Yeah.
Amy said that she has a size 5 ring, but it used to be a 7. Super awesome.
Nice.
How cute. Steph said, I packed my TWT stickers today, ready to travel across the United States. You're going to be closer to Murph and Rob. You're moving from my side to their side.
Yeah.
That's why she's moving.
That's why.
Yeah, because of me.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it.
That's
I can be pretty smelly. I understand.
I agree.
Let's see. Oh, that's nice. Julie said to
Thank you,
Rob,
Julie.
you were such an inspiration to me during that meeting.
See,
Oh,
nothing happens. Nothing happens.
hands.
Bloop, 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 bloop. No, it doesn't work.
No, you're not fancy like
No.
this.
Yeah.
Wait, I actually I'm not on my phone, so
Oh, it won't work. Hey, look, Dee's on. I'm
D.
Hey,
What's up, buddy?
D.
How are you?
What's up, everybody?
I'm going back and forth
D.
between two phones and
I'm all over the place. I got 3 different screens here.
Yeah.
Look at you guys. You're so hip and happening.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm on the interweb, guys.
True.
Oh, shoot.
Surfing the net.
Just Google us.
Yeah.
Just Google it.
All right. What else?
Well, we still have a couple minutes. So if anybody wants to get in those last NSVs, not forever, just for tonight, feel free to do that. But I am so excited because our show tonight is going to be a lot of fun. I was telling the guys before we hopped on, I can't wait for you guys to meet Nima. He is wonderful. I was on his podcast. It's been like a couple months ago now. His story is just really cool. He is such a sweetheart, and I'm so excited to have him on. So those friends on TikTok, the only reason that we don't stay on TikTok is because the streaming platform that we use doesn't do it to TikTok. But we love you guys. Like, I don't want you to feel like we're just like not wanting to hang out with you. But if you go into our bio, you can for the waiting table in our link tree, we have a link that goes over to YouTube. So go make sure you check that out. And we're going to be having Nima on. I'm so excited.
Super stoked. And we got a fun game. A game that we played before, but we're just going to play it a little bit differently. You guys you guys, where's my other camera? You guys,
and not me and
viewers,
Rob, the
not
viewers,
right? Rob and Shea. You guys are going to determine the outcome of our game tonight.
You got a lot of power.
You guys are going to have all the power to tell us what to do, and we have to do it. It's not Simon Says, but it's a game that we have played in the past. So join us at 9:00. Jumping over to YouTube, Instagram. We're on Facebook now.
On my Facebook, we still have to get a couple more likes
because she has the cool headphones, according to Mary.
That's right. That's right.
So follow the headphones.
One other thing, I haven't talked with you guys about this, but with one of our videos that we posted for Pro Care, we had said like that's during sexy time music. That's when we take our vitamins. And I wanted to mention that Pro Care has actually given us a bigger discount code. So I just wanted to share with you guys, if you want anything Pro Care related, TWT20 will now get you 20% off. So make sure you utilize that. I know I have to do some restocking here soon. I heard that the dark chocolate calcium is going to be coming back.
Don't tell them because they're going to take them from me.
I know. And for those that don't know, the dark chocolate calciums are so good, but they can only send them and sell them in the cooler months or else they melt everywhere. So I'm really excited. Yeah. So I thought I'd leave the banner up when we go into sexy time music as a tie-in to that.
I like it.
So
I dig it.
So sexy time music in 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? I'm guy number 1, and I got them thighs.
Too late. I'm Murph. I like to cry.
What's up, guys? It's Shea. I'm the
That's
girl.
Shea. That's
Shea. Hey, don't steal my line. Welcome to the Waiting Table Podcast, where you snooze. When you snooze, you lose. Sorry, Murph.
Bit of A, bit of B, bit of everything there, huh?
It was a little delayed. I don't know what happened there.
Blame technology. It's always technology's
Always
fault.
tech.
Was it not delayed on your guys' end? It was like super delayed on my end.
No,
Got it.
but it's cool. It's cool.
Oh, that
It's just
Michigan internet. Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
Well, thank you for
Awkward
joining us
silence.
on another episode of the Waiting Table Podcast, where we have roundtable discussions about the hottest topics in weight loss with, of course, the coolest people from the bariatric community. I'm Rob, we got Murph, we got Shea, and of course, we got you guys. So grab a chair, wind down from your busy day, and take a seat at the table. Shea, how's it going today?
Ooh, throwing a curveball.
Right.
Doing good. I have to say, we talked about it on happy hour, but look at this guy. I didn't see if Eric was on tonight. Was he on? I don't know.
I didn't see him.
I didn't see him, but look, Mr. October in the back.
Right?
I just changed. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe we're in October.
Yep.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Exactly. Yeah,
love
but I'm
that.
doing good, feeling so much better. I was sick,
Good.
still feeling a little tired, a little out of it, but better. So that's good.
Good.
Okay.
How about you, Murph? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing really good. Tried to have some relaxing time off this week.
I liked your reel on that. That was good. I took some notes from it.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. 130 bench presses is what you got to do.
On a
And
rest
read
day. Makes sense.
read like a super sappy book. And that's
Nicholas Sparks.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like
Nicholas Sparks.
remember-esque, right? Yes, I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, good.
Yeah.
What about you, Rob?
Awesome. I am awesome. You know what? Happy hour today in the past 30 minutes. It was a really, really good happy hour. I loved seeing all of the NSVs. We had a really, really good discussion about sort of like the emotional progression as you progress through your weight loss journey. I thought it was really, really good. And I'm super pumped for today's episode. Shea, can you share with all of us what we got going on today?
Yes. So I'm so excited to have our friend Nima on. I'll have him share more of his story, but he is such a delight, such a sweetheart. And yeah, I'm going to just add him on. What's up, Nima?
Hey.
Hi, everybody. I just need to check real quick. Can you guys hear me okay, or is there a lot of sound in the background?
No?
A little bit, but it sounds good.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I currently have...
No, it's better than Murph's delay, so we're good.
I have 5 fans on me right now because our AC busted.
Oh, no.
It's like a month ago. So
And you're in California, so it's hot.
yeah. It was 109 today because I'm in like the desert area.
Oh wow!
Holy smoke!
Yeah,
so keep your fans on. We're good.
Yeah.
I like all that talk about the hottest podcast with the coolest host. Cool me off. You know what I mean?
I did see you kind of sweaty. I was like, oh, I don't think he'll be nervous.
He's not stressing. We're not really putting a lot of pressure here.
No, I'm so excited to have you here, Nima. And I've been looking forward to this show all night. I think, or all week for the last couple months. I've been really excited about it. But I know Murph is really excited. We usually try to do a little game. Usually I'm the MC game host, but Murph is taking it over this week.
Oh, okay.
So do you like games? Are you a game
I love
person?
games. Yeah.
I knew you would be. I'm telling you.
I'm terrible at them, but I love them.
That's okay.
This is going to be we've played this game before and we had a lot of fun, and but because you and Shea both have the headphones, this might be a little bit more difficult for you two.
We kind of have a handicap.
You might be at a little bit of a disadvantage, and the fact that you don't have AC. Okay, there you go. So we're gonna have a scavenger hunt.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so last time we did this, I had my kids, because I've got like 12,000 kids, and so they all just like wrote down some suggestions of things so that I wouldn't see what they are. But this time, I actually want to ask those in the comments section to tell us what to find. And as soon as it pops up, either on YouTube or Instagram, those are the only ones I can see. So when it
I'll
pops
let you
up,
know
I
if we
get,
see him somewhere else.
we'll just agree that that's it, whatever it is.
Okay.
And we got to go find it. First person back gets the point. And we'll do, I don't know, a couple 3, 5, 6 rounds. I don't know, something like that. But let's just
rounds.
have some fun with it. So if you're
Wait,
watching,
Nima, wait, did you have a question?
No, I was just gonna say I have a slight advantage because I'm at a stand-up desk,
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
so
all right,
I don't have
all
to
right.
get up out of my chair. I'm ready to book it. I just need
There
I
you
just
go. I
throw
like.
the cans off and then.
I just put everything in my house surrounding me right now, so everything.
Me too.
Yeah.
we're
all right
already
here.
getting them in. So
Please, someone
I
say
have
MRE.
I have a double house, so I might try to remember some of these and get multiple things. Is that okay? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, are we ready? So we have a food scale, protein bar,
Sure.
protein shake, shaker is all we've gotten so far. Okay, so I'm out of here. Bye, guys.
Oh,
Are we-
okay.
okay. We're getting all of
All
them.
right, go.
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Protein bar, shaker.
Losers. So, how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing very, very well. I like how healthy everything is. We want a food scale, protein bar, protein shake, shaker. Their weights. Oh my gosh, got everything. What do I have here? Oh, I was gonna pretend I was running back. Oh, you got it.
I need my headphones.
Go, put your headphones. Hurry up. Oh my god, I'm so tired. So much
I can hear
sprinting. Everything was in the wash.
What? I got the wrong
Wait till
headphones.
Shea comes back.
All right. Did you get everything?
All of them.
I don't know where my food scale is because we just moved. Oh god, I just shook everything. We just moved and our food scale is like still in a box somewhere.
Great.
Oh my god.
I forgot my disadvantage is that I'm in the loft, so
Oh.
I don't.
Okay, guys.
I get stairs, so that's fun.
That
We're
was
smarter,
awesome.
not harder.
Sorry, Nima.
You're so
We
smart.
did it, guys.
You're so smart. Okay.
All right. So let's go. What was the first one?
First one. All right. Food scale.
Food scale.
I don't have one.
Yeah. All right. So,
My food
Shea
scale.
and
that's
Rob
your
got the food scale.
Yeah, it's
what
pretty
is
awesome.
that? I don't.
It's
I
a
feel like
food
you're
scale.
making this up.
That's not a food
No,
scale,
it's a
Rob.
Bluetooth food scale. You put it on
That's not
here when you and then see, and then it goes onto your app.
Oh, how
Oh,
neat.
yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. I got my food scale here too.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. So you just put the,
Where's
Is it
your
weird?
Nima?
thing,
Yeah, there.
Mine's a
There's
blue
your
hedgehog.
food
put the
scale.
thing on it, and it just weighs it.
It's a twofer.
Look at
You
that.
actually put this on the food, and then the hedgehog eats it and tells
See?
you how much it is.
Wow.
Or it's a screen cleaner. So
Oh my god,
2 parts.
That's a,
So I think we should all win points for like creativity. That was pretty
that
good.
was good. Holy shit!
All right.
I don't have a food scale, so you guys got that one. I do have a food scale, but it's in a box somewhere.
Okay.
Protein bar. What do you got?
Protein bar.
I got an RX bar.
Quest.
We got a
Yep.
Quester.
Is RX protein? Not to throw shade.
Oh.
Is it a
Shade, man.
protein
It's
Throw
not
it.
really protein. I think there's only like 9
think
grams.
so.
of
10 grams.
Double
Yeah, see, it doesn't
digits.
count.
Double
It doesn't.
digits. I'll
Double
take
I got-
digits.
Protein lozenges.
Protein lozenges.
Protein.
I've got a
lozenges.
Bear Bells.
All
How many
right.
grams is that, Murph?
This
20.
Nobody cares about your protein, Rob.
is protein
Yeah,
bar.
20,
See?
20 grams, 200 calories. That's how I like to,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
if it's 100,
Oh, cool,
if it's
cool,
170 170 calories, I do 17 grams.
Okay.
I try to keep those numbers as close
Oh,
as I
okay.
Oh,
can.
neat. I never
Yeah.
even thought of that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is, yeah, the
Canadian.
Quest is 180 calories, 18 grams. Look at that. It
There you go.
fits the
Yep.
Murph mold.
The
Yep,
Murph
yep.
mold. I like it. All right. Protein shake. Anybody get
Premier
those?
protein all day, every day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what's
Rob?
your
Cafe.
I
flavor?
poured
though?
mine in here.
Cafe latte.
Oh, that's
Cafe
Murph's love
latte.
language.
That's
Cafe
my
latte.
jam.
I've been drinking this for almost 4 years now. I love it.
Yeah, dude, samesies.
Every morning. Every morning.
See,
That's my
I
jammy
told
jam.
I told Murph and Rob that I feel like Nima and Murph, like you guys are like 2 peas in a pod. Like you
Yeah.
guys remind me of each other. All in the cafe latte.
There is
Yeah.
something about Murph, and no disrespect to anybody else in the world, but there's something about Murph that this has only ever happened in one other time in my life. And Murph, when I first saw your before pictures, I genuinely thought that I'd met you before, but I think I asked you and I didn't. There was a dude at a Weight Watchers meeting, and he was running it, and he was like a skinny dude, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it works," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Dude, what do you know?" And he pulled out a picture on his phone, and I've seen big dudes. I was 4'10". I've been big dudes, plural. I've seen them my whole life. I was like, when I saw that photo of that dude, and the only other time was Murph when I saw your picture, I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Like that, I know that dude so well.
Huh.
And it was the weirdest thing. Like
cosmic connection.
Right? This is what I told Murph when I first met him. Like, you are like the man's man. You're like everyone.
Like everyone knows Murph.
Yeah, I told him that.
Yeah. I think he was like some like famous person in a past life.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
like
we all
Cleopatra
just
or
recognize
somebody.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he was Cleopatra.
Probably
That's who I
Cleopatra,
was going to say.
Sounds right to me. I feel it. I feel
I feel it. I feel that energy.
Cleopatra vibes,
Yeah.
for
Chest
sure.
tattoos. Yeah, you got that vibe going.
Yeah.
All right.
Shakers?
So,
Did anyone get a shaker?
I got a
Sure
shaker.
did.
Oh,
What is
Hashtag
the-
Blossom. This was from my surgery.
Oh,
This is my shaker right here.
That's pretty good.
Himalayan pink salt. It's a salt shaker.
Yeah, there was no
that's creative.
it wasn't specific.
That's true.
Salt shaker.
This is the problem I have with English.
Yeah.
I know we talked about that.
Besides the 2, 2, and 2, I was just yelling the other day about the fact that Colonel doesn't have an R in it.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it's a weird. That's
But
a weird
the other
one.
Colonel does.
True.
Ugh,
Right.
just-
Right.
Yep.
That's the next
Steph-
one.
Those were the
Water
only ones I
bottle.
got. I mean, yes, I do. I have a water cup.
Where are we seeing this? Is this on?
Water.
Is
It's
there
on
like
Instagram.
Oh,
so
I'm
you
not
probably
on-
can't see it.
I
You
deleted
just have to
my.
trust us.
I deleted my Instagram and my TikTok, and my Facebook off of my phone.
Oh, I
I-
thought it was like right before the show. You're like, no.
No, no.
Delete it.
Can you imagine? I was like, oh, all
Preemptively.
these tags. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
No,
I-
it was so much of a distraction for me, and it became such a deal. Like it became such a problem that I was like going on Instagram to go to Reels, to go down the stairs to get water, to come back up the
just
stairs.
as a
and I was like,
habit.
I had to
Yeah.
find the thing. Not like I get like getting the right video or the right TV show to eat next to
Mhm.
while you scroll anyway. But like, it was too much.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just had to like get rid of it. So,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah.
I have to take breaks like that too. I
I-
try to block time.
But that's good. Like you
Yeah.
take like, reasonable breaks. Like I burn out and take like bye.
You're like,
And
"Who's this
I like
rock guy?"
disappear for a while. Yeah, like it's hard. It's a lot, right? It really
is.
is all consuming at times, and especially
Exhausting.
with something like this that's we're also passionate about. It's changed our lives. It's
Yeah.
it's hard to sort of put that away.
Plus, who's doing your content videos? That video y'all made for me was so cool. I mean, Shea, is it you? You're doing
Well,
it. You're making
but
them?
in all fairness, we
was all
try to
Shay.
share. But
Oh, I thought you were raising your hand. I was like, I want to raise my hand too because I was the only one who didn't.
all of us.
So.
No, we all have our roles that we do. Murph actually usually does those, and he does a great job. His are a lot more flashy. If you see the ones that are more plain, those are usually mine. The ones that are like cool and flashy, those are
Yeah.
Murph.
And
It
the
was
ones
so
that
And,
don't
and
get
you won't
done,
see the ones that Rob does.
mine because they're
Yeah.
secret. They're secret.
They're private. They're for he
Yeah,
saves
yeah.
it
I
for
keep them for
OnlyFans.
myself. Well, I'll create
just
them.
save
I'm like,
them.
guys, I don't know if I want to share this with you, but I'm going to keep them. I have a repository of
Yep, exactly.
reels that I don't share
Yeah, or that you
because
only
I took
share
a
to
break.
OnlyFans.
Because I took a break and I didn't.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
for my
that
OnlyFans.
Well, can we like? Are we able to?
Do you wanna do another
transition
round?
Out of, oh,
There's
another
workout
round.
clothes.
Or was that it?
I'll let you guys make the call. I feel complete, but
You feel good? You
Do
feel
you want to chat a little bit
whole-
and maybe do it in like the second half?
oh, there you go.
We got to
That's-
catch our breath, guys. We ran all over the
Bathroom
house
break.
for our stuff.
I did.
Okay.
I ran down and
Okay.
upstairs. But I don't want. But I'm not the MC of the game, so like I make you
Well,
guys
that's
do
true.
crazy
Yeah, that's
stuff.
right.
So that's why
I
don't-
think
don't
I
do
think
it
that
on
was
me.
fun. I didn't realize, last time we just did one item at a time. This time was multiple items. You had to remember what they were. I think that was a fun game.
Yeah.
I don't have any theme music to go with my game. I'm not fancy like Shea. but game complete. I think we're good. That was fun. We got everything that we need, and I think who.
There we go.
Mary says she thinks Rob needs to try harder. I was out of breath.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. He's talking about he's got all this energy, and we're like, go find a shaker and a scale, and he comes back with a
with a wireless charger.
I know, that's
like,
this is so weird.
This
I'm
is
like,
my
what
scale. You put the food here, and like, whoa! I'm like, it's a wireless.
That's like
charger.
a coat
Runs
rack.
through my
That's
phone.
not a. It's not real.
He came back with like a shoe tree. He's like, "No, this is
this is it.
It's the new one. This is how it works." Y'all
And then my
are
Halls
too
is my
slow.
protein bar. I'm just like, yep, it's this one.
Oh my god!
Everybody's
laugh.
looking up. Everybody's looking up this scale that doesn't exist. Like, I gotta get me one of those.
Where do you
Rob.
get that?
Probably does,
Amazon.
though.
Like,
They're
if
gonna
you
be like,
go to our
"It's like
link tree, I will put the
$1,000."
link in there to.
That's gonna be on Temu tomorrow. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
right there. Temu and Alibaba.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
boy.
god, this
It's
is
amazing.
horrible.
Well, Nima, can you tell us a little bit about who you are, a little bit about your story, and then we'll just kind of go from there and chat it out.
Yeah. So there's, I mean, you know, a lot of people have heard my story already, but I'll give you the truncated version of it. From when I was 18 years old, I weighed 10 times my age. So at 18, I weighed 180, and then I gained 10 pounds a year. So at 20, I weighed 200. At 30, I weighed 300, and at 40, I weighed 400.
This is kind of like the protein bar math kind of thing
Yes,
that we're
yeah,
going
but in
into.
the wrong
It's very
direction.
convenient. Like, just make sure you all knew that was good.
Sometimes I was ahead of schedule. And
Yeah, got scaled back.
sometimes I time travel backwards or forwards. So I got to about 410, and I had seen a lot of doctors, and this was the problem. There was a couple problems for me. One of the problems was this like ladder, rungs on a ladder concept of like, you know, just moving a little bit up or down. You don't really see the significant difference that someone else that hasn't seen you in 6 months is like, oh my God, are you okay? That's one aspect of it. And the second aspect of it was, on paper, I looked fine. I didn't have cholesterol. I didn't have lymphedema. I didn't have apnea. I didn't have diabetes. I was great. So all of this stuff was fine. I was just fat. And you know, when people would talk to me about it, you know, I'm worried about you and you got to take care of your health. I was like, well, I'll beat you on paper. This is what I would say. Until I couldn't. All of a sudden, like 1 year, my legs swelled up. I got swelled up. This is English again.
You got it.
Thanks. Appreciate you. My legs started swelling. Yeah, my legs got swole, dude.
Jack.
I got apnea. I couldn't breathe. I got diabetes. I got all of these things, like all in like one, like in like 9 months. I got all the things. It's like I did a scavenger hunt and I got them all. I won. I won this.
You won that game.
Won that game. Lost at life. So then I was like freaking out, and I went to the doctor. And this was the thing for me. I hate doctors. I don't like going to them. Go to all the doctors. Go see all the doctors. But I didn't like it. And so because they would tell me the same thing. Oh, you're fat. You know, drink water, eat vegetables, whatever. Blah blah blah. So I go there, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go see a doctor. And I went. This is the thing. I went to the bathroom and I peed. I'm sorry. I went to the bathroom and I peed, and I got out. I washed my hands like a gentleman. I came back and I sat on the couch to watch television, and I had to pee again. And I used to pee like every 6 hours. Like that was my normal cadence. So that scared me. That was beyond just like something's wrong here. Hi, who's that? You don't do this. You don't do the new one.
Oh, that's a new one. You see that? That's gang signs.
Don't do that.
I have groupies that follow me all over the place.
This is Gen Alpha, and then you could do the Korean heart. That's a
Oh
good
yeah,
one too.
you know that
Korean
one.
heart's
You
dope.
know this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just that much, just a
Yeah,
little bit.
your fobby friends do that.
Yeah, I got you something.
Okay. Shh. Hey, ratings are gonna go down. Come on. We got like 10 people watching. Get out of here.
So anyway, so I went to the doctor. I've been to doctors before, and they always say the same thing, but it scared me enough to go. I went, and the doctor met with me and everything. And at the end of it, he said, I'm not going to say that you're going to walk out of here and have a heart attack and die, but I am going to say that you're not going to live to see 50. And I wish that my first instinct was, I just got married and I wish I could spend more time with my wife. Honestly, my first thought was like, I'm not going to get to retire. And then I was like, oh, my wife. And so even then he was like, you got to take the classes and do the surgery and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, thank you. I have lost hundreds of pounds in my life because I'm good at it. And then I've gained it back. And as my grandfather used to say, plus the tax. So I know how to lose weight. I've done it a bunch. So I'll just do that. And so I tried, then I gained more weight. And then I said, let me see what this class is about. And then it was like, all the education of the psychology of it, and then the physical, the eating of it, and the tool in the toolbox, and the grapes versus raisins, and all the stuff that we've heard ad nauseum. But honestly, these things like hold fast. And to be perfectly honest with you, as I was doing all this research and everything, I started looking for podcasts. And there wasn't a podcast that was dedicated to weight loss surgery. There were podcasts for health and wellness that had one episode, if that, dedicated to a weight loss surgery. And then all the other episodes were like, or you can X, Y, and Z. So I thought, I'm going to just do it for myself, and I'm going to do 5 days before, 3 days before, whatever. So I started doing it. And then I got so happy because a couple people started messaging me like, oh, I really like your content. And then a couple other people were like, oh, have you heard this? Have you heard them? Have you listened to these girls? Have you listened to and all of a sudden it was like, there's a bunch of them popping up. Everyone had the same idea at the same time. And we're all like just a few months apart from like when our surgery dates were to start all our journeys together. So it was this like amazing thing that started happening. It was so cool. And there's all this. So then I didn't feel like I have to, continue on and whatever. And I'm looking at sunset sometime soon, probably in the next 6 months. I'll sunset my podcast and start other stuff that I'm curious about and want to share with people. But I will say this, like in all honesty, and I'm very honest with my audience and with yours, with everybody. I was at 410 on surgery day. I got to 390. The lowest I got to was 260. So I lost a third of my body weight. And at 260, I was thinking to myself, you know what? This would be so great if I got to 220. 220 for one day. And then I could live at 250 because I love like boxing and stuff. And there's this thing called like fight weight. And then there's like walk around weight, So you're like, okay, so my walk around weight will be about 250. And then my fighting weight will be like 240. If I need to go to a wedding or something, I'll trim down 10 pounds, pay attention. But I'll walk around at 250. This will be great. So good for me. So my 260 started creeping up. I started doing sugar again. I started eating crappy again. I started like messing up on the workouts and slipping. I'm 303 now. So I gained 43 pounds. So they say, and this is how dumb I am. This is beautiful. They're like, they say like you gain back, I think it's like 10% of 10 to 15% of your weight back that you lost. So I'm sitting there going 260, 10% is 26, another 5% is 13. So that's 39 pounds. That's like, let's say 40 pounds. That's 3. I'm at 303. That's not too bad. And then I'm like, no, wait. It's 130 pounds is 13 plus half of that is 6 is 9 is 19. Let's say 20. Let's add the tax per grandpa. That puts me at 280. I'm still like 20 pounds above where I need 23. Let's be real. So I messed up my back. I was on steroids and I finally started like getting back into like going to the gym 3 days a week and swimming, walking in this godforsaken heat, eating better, trying to cut down on sugars, having these Quest bars and premium protein shakes. Shout out to Premium Protein as sponsor of this podcast, I'm sure.
Right? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and they should be if they're not. So this is the kind of this is the step that it takes, and the honesty that you have to portray, and the what's it called, the vulnerability you need to show. I need help. I need a lot of support from people, and I need to be held accountable. And it's the hardest thing to ask for. And every step of my when I'm still fat, but when I was fatter, that life of me, there was no rock bottom. Rock bottom only happens when you stop. You can keep digging, y'all. Like you got to stop digging to hit that rock bottom. And I remember going to school. I went to Cal State Dominguez, which is Cal State Compton. Let's be real. But I went to Cal State Dominguez Hills, and I was so big I didn't fit in the chairs because they still had those like elementary school chairs where the seat is attached to the
desk.
table.
Yeah.
By the way, real quick, this is so nice. You know what it's like talking to people that used to be way bigger? Is like if your friend is sick or your family member is sick with something that like most people haven't heard of, and then you bump into a nurse, and then you go, my friend has, onomatopoeia syndrome.
Yeah.
And then you start to explain it, and they go, I know. And you're like, oh God, oh,
I don't have to explain it. You guys get it. Yeah.
Amazing. This is so nice. So this is also so nice. So I couldn't fit in that seat. So I went to the dean and I was like, hey, yo, I can't fit in this seat. I need to take an online class. He's like, no. Come back next week. We'll have a fix for you. So they got me, you've seen a chair and a half they have in the doctor's office? They got me a desk and a half. They put that there. Now, do you know how embarrassing it is to walk into that classroom and there's like two people sitting at that desk, like two best friends, like, hey, girl, we found a desk. And I got to be like, excuse me, ladies, I'm so sorry. But the ADA decided that this desk is for just little old me. So do you mind? And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. Okay, whatever. Or I had to like grab a chair, like a random, like a chair from the wild, and then turn one of the desks backwards. That like if you were sitting in that desk, you and I would be playing chess. So I had to turn the desk around. So I had a desk, and then this is like, but never was the first thought in my mind to go, let's fix this problem.
All right.
It was, oh, this keeps getting fixed for me, so I don't need to do anything about it anymore. And that was the problem that I had. Not like, and listen, I'm all for treatment. I sleep with a CPAP machine, an APAP machine every night, and I still have lymphedema, and I do like squeezy socks and all that stuff. So there's a lot of things that I still do for treatment, but that was something that just allowed my mind at that time to allow it for longer. That and the shame. There's a lot of like shame.
Yep.
Yeah. But this is like such a, and I know we use the term safe space a lot in our generation. You like when I add myself to your generation. Like I'm 44. I'm beyond your generation.
No, you're our generation.
You're
just
wrong. I'm the baby.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Murph and I are. Yeah, we're pretty much the same age.
I'm 42.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
all right.
Rob is 46, 41.
I'm 49. Yeah. Sometimes.
Are you 40? No, you're not. You're not 49.
No, I'm 41.
41. Yeah. Okay.
41.
I was gonna say. I mean, you got good genes, but come on, man.
Yeah, it's that Asian gene, That's why I got this one.
Yeah, that's right. But this is a really nice space to be able to talk about it, and that's probably the biggest thing that I've received, and probably one of the biggest things that y'all have received with your podcast is people saying like, thank you for talking about this thing. It allowed me to have a conversation with either a friend of mine that I think is maybe going through it, with my friend about me going through a hardship or a difficult time. Like those are all like really important things that we should be talking about more often, and allowing people that space to be able to do that as well.
Well, and one thing we've been talking a lot about, because we're at different stages of our journey. I'm 2.5 years post-op, just about. Rob just hit 4, right?
Yeah.
And then Murph just hit 3.
Yeah.
And where are you at, Nima?
I always forget. I think COVID was 19. I think I got mine in 20, in December of 20. So I think I'm coming up on 4.
4, yeah. So it's I think just helpful. That's what I was looking for when I was, doing more research about surgery, is like, okay, like, things look good, after that first year, but what do people's lives look like after that point? And so I think it's really cool what you're saying of like just the struggles and the honesty with it, because it's definitely not like one and done. Like you just get the surgery, you're good to go forever. Like there's still a lot of work that goes into
Sure.
it. And
Yeah.
yeah, so like with where you're at now in your journey, like what kind of season of life are you in? Where are you kind of focusing, or like what are your kind of long-term goals or things that you want to do with being almost 4 years post-op?
That's a really good question. I'll be honest with you, like my wife Michelle and I were both bigger people, and she had the surgery as well, and she's lost over 100 pounds, and she's starting to get into like the walking stuff, and I think she's like maybe like a year and a half out. So now it's like the regular weight loss is gone, and she's kind of just plateaued, and she's like okay with it, but then she's like, I'd like to trim a little here, do a little bit there. All right, you got to start walking, you got to start exercising. But being able to speak the same language, whatever that language is, but being able to speak WLS language as he struggles with English to get the letters out, it's fitting, is priceless.
Yeah.
Because when, like the other day, we're eating burgers, and she has one bite with the bun, and then she takes the bun off, which is what I used to do when I first started. I had it one way, the way the chef intended. I had my first bite, and then the rest of it I just had the protein. So she had it that way. I ate my half of the burger with the bun on it. And so she's like, oh, I'm so full I couldn't eat another bite. And I'm like, I feel gross. And she knows what that means. She knows I don't mean like I feel like a disgusting human being. I mean like my stomach is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I had too many carbs. It's filling up my stomach too much. I shouldn't have had that. And now I'm paying the price, and I'm going to feel this way for another 30 to 45 minutes. Like when I was bigger, I was never hungry.
Yeah.
When I had the surgery, the first thing I remember feeling was pain in my stomach. And I remember being confused if that was surgical pain or hunger pain, because I hadn't felt hunger in 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a trip to even think about, that you can even get to that level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's interesting just when your metabolism kicks back up again. Like I've heard that from other people, and I experienced that also. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that's one of the main things that you're looking at right now is the fact that there's that common ground, that same language. And shout out to Mel. So Mel's on from OSLP. I think that was one of the biggest takeaways when we went to the JBY Awards is. And this was prior, whether it's the presenters, there's so much discussion about, oh, what are you going to wear? What are you going to this? And it was like huge because there was like outfit changes and tons of like, I brought some outfits. We had a lot of clothes there. But the thing is, like in that chat group and in that ballroom where we had there, that theater, every single person understood each other. Everyone knew what the other person was experiencing, their thoughts, their emotions behind it. Like the idea of like changing your outfits for this award show, it wasn't outlandish to anyone, is because we spent all our lives hiding. This is our opportunity to celebrate with our people and peacock out and really like celebrate that, right? And that is such an incredible feeling. And for you to be able to share that and be at that space where you can have that discussion with the people around you, like your wife, that's so important to be able to. That's
one of the coolest things that happens after you have WLS surgery. I guess you don't need to say surgery, right?
WLS, yeah.
It's like
I like that.
machine. Got it. So one of the coolest things that happens when you start losing weight is you start going from the back of the photo to the front of the photo. And that's how you can really tell. Because like a lot of people don't have, and this is the one thing that we talk about so much in my podcast community, in so many other podcast communities, and in all of our just BSG community is, all the communities, is that take all the photos before the surgery. I know you don't want to. I know you might feel uncomfortable. You're like, I feel gross. I look gross. Believe you me, when you lose 20, 30, 50, 100 pounds, you're going to want to compare.
Yeah.
You're going to want to go, I don't know do I really feel like it? Then look at those photos and tell me what you feel. Because that is significant and a big boost, a big motivator.
Yeah.
Like Jolene did a lot of those. Y'all know
Yeah.
Jolene?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, she did a bunch of those, and she does the coolest like side by side. She has this one that like just blew up. It was like her looking in a mirror. The
Yeah.
mirror was like big her, and then her looking at the mirror was little her. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nima, do you go to any meetups or have you been to any?
No, there was a listener of mine was talking about that there's a meetup in San Diego, and
Oh yeah.
I just never really got into those communities, unfortunately. I mean, there's still time. It's like when someone's like, I never saw Game of Thrones. You're like, it's still on.
It's still, yeah.
It's on there, man.
I think you should go to the Just Be You Awards.
I was gonna.
Yeah, you should. Me and Rob, and we're gonna be there. And yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah.
So I'd
When
love
is
to
it?
see you. It's April. Yeah. Oh, look. Mel said you are coming.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no ifs,
Mel,
ands,
don't
and buts.
spoil anything.
Yeah.
Kelly's not here to
she's calling you
silence
out.
you.
She's like, he was supposed to last year. You'll have to go.
Yeah.
So it's in April, April 12th to the 15th.
April 12th.
Yep. And it's in St. Louis,
Yeah.
Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mel, what else can you tell us about?
Now that Kelly's
Is there
not
anything
on,
else you'd like?
Kelly's always the
Is
one
there
that
anything
spills the
else?
beans.
We'll block Kelly real quick.
Yeah.
Make sure she doesn't- make sure she
Don't
doesn't
worry.
get out.
We'll mute it when we actually read what your comment
Yes,
is. We'll make sure
exactly.
no one will see it, but it'll just be between us, you know.
I've been
We'll
to
just
a
have Murph
few-
say it because he has a delay anyway. So
Yeah, right.
Am I still delayed?
No, you're
No,
fine,
no.
buddy.
God.
No, but that event, like I've been to a few, and that by far has been my favorite. And I think too, going back a bit to what Rob was saying, but like it's cool that there were so many different people at different phases as well, where some people like had just gotten surgery. Some people, were, it was just cool. So it's like, no matter where you're at in your journey, or even if you haven't had weight loss surgery, but you just want to see what kind of people are around, that like you're considering having weight loss surgery, like come check it out. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Mel is spilling some tea here.
Ooh.
Oh, what's she say?
They found their benchy brunch place and they ate there.
Yeah. And hotels are coming this month.
Hotels are coming this
Oh
month.
shoot. Oh yeah. Don't worry, we will make sure that we mute all this, Mel.
I know Kelly's in Connecticut having fun,
Yeah.
so she's
Throw it all out.
she's not listening.
We're gonna hop in that DeLorean that Nima had used previously to make sure that the numbers were equal to his age, and we'll make sure that none of this is shared. So we're good.
Perfect.
Just wait till I'm 88 years old and see what happens.
Well, I hope you and Michelle come. And it sounds like
it'd be
it
a lot of
sounds
fun.
like Mel is making you come. So
Yeah, and I've had that's the other thing too is I had Kelly and Mel on my show and I was on theirs and that was so much fun. And then Shea had you on. I need to have Rob and Murph on. I had the other Rob on.
He's
which
not
one?
as
There's
good.
a
He's
lot.
not a
There's
good
Which
Rob.
one?
Dad
There's
Rob?
Yeah, it's
Dad
Dad Rob.
Rob.
Yeah, Dad Rob.
Yeah.
Dad Rob.
Yeah.
That's what we call him.
you?
Dad Rob.
Yeah.
Demario, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this? Is that right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He was great. So it'd be nice it would be nice to meet everybody.
Oh, for sure.
It'd be cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, there's not in my opinion that there's not enough male representation in the podcast world for weight loss surgery. I think there's a bunch of us that have done it, but I think there's also just a lot of like suck it up, just do it, or like being a big guy. Like this is the weird thing is like I don't know if it's like society just allows for men to be bigger and that's okay, but like our health doesn't matter as much, or guys are more shamed to like, why would you get surgery to fix something that hopefully and thankfully is changing now with this new generation of people going in like and putting their lives first. But I mean, with the healthcare and all this other stuff, so many people, I have listeners in England that were telling me, oh, we can't, like the surgery in England takes so long to get scheduled. We go to Turkey. You fly from London to Turkey, stay for a week, get the best care of your life and fly back. And it's less expensive than if you were to do it in England in the first place, private. And I'm like, that's incredible.
Yeah. A lot of Canadians will do the same thing.
Yeah, I've seen that with plastic surgery too. I know someone who's going to go and get plastics done in Turkey, and it sounds like a great program. And
my cousin's a stewardess, a flight attendant. Excuse me. You got the DeLorean revved up, Rob?
Yeah.
She's a flight attendant. I won't say for what, but she flies from London back and forth, and she does the Turkey flight every now and again. And she was telling me that the flight from Turkey back to London is all just dudes with the hair plugs in.
Yeah.
And they're all just like rows of dudes flying from Turkey back to London, just little dots of plugs.
Yeah. And probably people all bandaged up, like coming back. It's like a little like
a war zone.
Yeah.
It's like POW camp.
Okay?
Yeah.
I also want to call out because Matt mentioned this, and that's who I was thinking of too. Have you listened to Barry Mail Experience? Tony and Rab. Oh my gosh, they're awesome. They're more on TikTok. Like, do they do stuff? I don't know if they have their stuff on like podcasts.
They kind of mirror screen something. I don't know how they do it, but they do. They meet on TikTok, but then they're also able to meet on Instagram. Yeah, as well. I feel like they record their screen or they share it or something like that. But I'm not really sure how they do it. But great guys. We've had them on the show and great guys. And they always have a lot of really good guests. And with TikTok, as you know, I mean, you're able to do multiple screens and have a big panel. And I've popped in there. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and there's a bunch of guys in there. And Dee was in there, and Chris was in there, and it was really cool. Jason. It's always in there. The good group of guys. And, that was one of the things, that's why Rob and I feel like we clicked, like 3 years ago, there's just such a power, the bariatric community, men only make up 20% of the bariatric community, which is, very tiny number. And I have a feeling that it's closer to 40, probably 50, but they're not as outspoken. And, I've talked about it being like a fight club. We just don't talk about it, because of the men don't like to talk about that sort of stuff. We're macho, sometimes. I came across Rob, the other Rob that you had on your show, came across his little his live, and our Rob was on there, and that's how I met those two guys. And I was ready to quit. I'm telling you what, I was ready to just like, and I had just had surgery. I feel like I hadn't we usually talk about this, so they're not surprised, but I apologize, Nima. But I hadn't pooped in like a week, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I need some help here. And I remember crying and like trying to talk to these guys. They're being so encouraging. And there's just a power in, somebody knowing exactly when they say like, yeah, I've been there. I know. It's like, I totally get, what you're saying about like a nurse running into a nurse that knows, or, when somebody knows what you're going through, and they put a name to it, or they have some advice for it, or they've got, and it's like, I'm not alone. I thought I was the only one getting bariatric surgery, because I'm the only one in my sphere of people, which is my family and, a few close friends. I'm the only one that I know, but like, even at work, there are multiple people that have had bariatric surgery. One just had surgery because of my story, and now he texts me and he gets it, and I get it, and we, and iron sharpens iron. So it's a really cool community. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're sharing your story openly, and I feel like that is necessary for us as men. Sorry, Shea.
No,
it's good. It's good.
but us guys, we gotta help each other out. It's different when you're a husband or a dad or a provider, or and I slept in a recliner. I was in a wheelchair. My wife is pushing me around everywhere. She's bathing me. I got my kids looking at me like any minute now. He's not. And there's a lot on the line, and we got to get it right. But we're not the only ones that have been through it, and so that's comforting. There's a comfort in that. So
there is something so strong about being seen, like not only feeling seen, but being seen, and someone saying like, yeah, me too. And I use this example all the time. When I first started, there was a couple communities on Facebook that were like bariatric men's clubs, And when you join those clubs, like a couple of them were just like very super supportive. The one that I liked the best was this like Filipino nurse community, and then there was a Hawaiian nurse community, and they were like the sweetest, nicest. Like, I had a crick in my neck for like 6 days. I was like, this is worse than the surgical pain. Like this, I can't turn. Like I feel weird. And like one of the ladies was like, oh, you got to massage, you got to do this, heat, cold, blah blah blah. And then like I got Michelle to massage my neck a couple nights, and then it went away, and I was like, whatever, this is better than the relief from the other stuff. But the guys group was relentless. Like one guy would go in there and go, hey, how long until I can have soda? And then instead of being like, listen, brother, there was a couple dudes that would as I like to say, they would Murph it up. They'd be like, hey man, we've all been there. I get it, but this is kind of what got you here in the first place, right? So we gotta change it up, and we gotta be better than we were before. Because what's the point of having this if we're just gonna go back to the old way of things? So maybe we find water and maybe some like sugar-free, some seasoning, and throw that in there, and then we have some fun. And then there were other dudes that were like, oh yeah, drink 7 Mountain Dews in a row and throw up for like an hour and a half straight, and you'll never drink a soda again. I promise you. Or like dudes would be like, yo, how much of a Chick-fil-A waffle fry can I have? They're like, oh, eat the basket. Get it extra large and eat the whole basket. Because when you throw up all night, then you're gonna never want to eat Chick-fil-A again. Because you can't learn.
Those are the dads that like just throw their kids into the pool and throw beer cans at them, and they're like, they'll learn how to swim. It's fine. It's all good.
That's
that's Rob.
Yeah, that's me.
That is
guilty.
That's Rob. That's Rob.
That's why we need.
I was
Murph
with you
on
until
here
the beer
balance
cans.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, throw that kid into beer cans.
Yeah, I mean, it could get brutal.
They're empty, right? They're empty.
Yeah.
No dad's throwing a full beer can in the. I'm gonna chuck that in
It's
there.
like half full. I don't want to be.
Yeah, Rob, tell us from
Come on.
experience.
Not
How
being
did you
wasteful,
do
right?
it?
No, yeah.
How do you do that, Rob?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I call my Filipino nurses, like my cousins and my brother.
There you go.
And,
That's what they say to
it's our
do.
people. It's our calling.
Yeah, I tell people when I go talk to doctors, and so I had a back issue for a while where I had like bulging discs from like L1 to S1 all the way down. And it was so bad for like 2-3 days. I had to sleep in that that recliner's earned its keep, man. It got me through the post surgery and the back stuff, and my wife through the surgery. So it's it's family by now.
Yeah.
But I was in so much pain and everything, and on all these different steroids, and it was just crazy trying to like figure it out. And I would go talk to these doctors, and they'd go, yeah, well, maybe rest, and I'm like, I can't lay down. And they're like, well, maybe it's this and that. And I was like, well, listen, I'm Iranian. So half my family is doctors. And so I'm basically a doctor by proxy.
Obviously.
So I'm just going to tell you, I love, this is like my favorite. I'm like, so are you an engineer? I have engineers in my family. I'm basically an engineer. Dr. Google has said, and my family has co-signed.
Yeah.
But they never co-sign. I'm like, I think I'm dying, right? And they're like, you're fine. Go for a walk, drink some water, get off your phone, get some
Play
sleep.
in the dirt.
Yeah.
Murph, who's that?
This is Han Solo.
Nima's a cat guy.
I
That
love
is
cats.
a huge cat.
This is Han Solo.
How big is Han Solo?
Looks like you're stretching sourdough.
He never ends.
He's not.
He
He's
didn't lift
not.
the feet up.
He's pretty average, I think.
Don't make him get a complex.
I know, man. He's right
You gonna
there.
put him
He
on the
can
food
hear
scale
you.
real
Like
quick?
he didn't even earmuffs.
Hi.
Yeah, he's okay. He's pretty like whatever.
He's all right. He's my favorite cat that
I
I've
did
ever
that
had.
with my
in
son
life.
too. They're like, "Oh, your son's so cool." I'm like, yeah.
Where's your cat, Nima? Or you have two,
I have
right?
I have a tuxedo cat. Yeah, you'll never see the girl cat, but I have a tuxedo cat who is, I think he's like 19 pounds. He was like 23 pounds. And then we had to put him on like an automatic feeder
You did weight loss
diet.
surgery for the cat.
We tried a few alternatives. We tried Weight Watchers. It didn't work. So now if you stand in the kitchen where his treats are, if you stand in the kitchen for more than like 3.8 seconds, he comes in there and he has the saddest little meow where he's just like, meow, and he's giant. He's like a baby panther, you know? He's like a big cat and he's got this like stupid mustache. And he's just like, meow, poor little me. I'm so hungry. I'm like, you're like a 40-year-old man.
Away.
Hold on, he's right here. I'm gonna go grab him real quick.
Okay, cool. I always say it because my corgis, they love food, and I always say, like, if there was a way to take all of the leftover stomachs from weight loss surgery
Oh
and
my god.
give them to my corgi, not to eat, like to actually.
Oh, okay. I was
transplant.
just like, holy
No.
crap, where are we going? with
Freeze
this?
dry them.
It's just like
No,
hear the stomach at you,
like
throw a stomach at you.
Frankenstein them. No,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Frankenstein them and do surgery to add stomachs to them so they could hold more food. My dog would be like the happiest dog ever.
No, I like the other. I like the other.
Yeah, or you can just feed them a
throw
bunch of
stomachs at you.
Excuse me.
Hey.
Look, it looks like
Holy-
you just went to
Oh my
Murph's
goodness.
house and took
I know,
Han
look,
Solo.
I know. Yeah. You just see the arm go through the screen into the
Yeah.
other screen. and
Don't say hi to your
it's-
baby. Don't say hi. Look at that.
Look, they
We
do
got
look really
tuxedos.
similar.
Yeah.
How
Say hi.
cute.
Oh, your guy has little socks too.
Friends.
Yep.
He's got little boots. He's got little socks. He hates this so much.
Purity said
Look.
that
Can we
she
screenshot this
I
real
got mine
quick?
too. I got mine too.
Oh yeah, look at that,
So
Rob.
cute.
You got your tuxedo cat. What's his name,
that
Rob?
doubles as a food scale.
Luke Skywalker. Yeah, I can send you the link if you guys want it. It's in our link tree.
Since we're talking about cats, is this I don't know if this is true. I've just heard this, but Purity said that she has a kitty. I don't know. Is her name actually Chunky Baby? Or are you just saying she's your Chunky
I
Baby? I'd
mean,
love
you
to
can
know
call
that.
cats whatever you want.
It's
They
true.
They don't
come.
answer.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
This
This
is,
is,
But she said that
So,
she's a
I
calico
call my cats
cat.
a lot of things.
this is not the right podcast to be calling things chunky baby, guys. This is a weight loss surgery podcast, guys.
It's the cat is Chunky Baby. But
Uh-huh.
she said she's a calico. And I saw this at like one of those restaurants that have like those screens where you can play games on it. So I don't know how true this is, but I saw that like either calicos are always female or are female most of the time. Is that true?
That's right.
Calicos are always female.
How interesting. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like dwarves are
'Cause
males.
I said so.
Okay.
Because I said so.
I made
Also,
it that
you know,
way.
like mules can't have babies.
Oh, they're sterile.
Yeah.
So like the ones that are here now,
They're
last
just from
ones.
horses and
Extinct.
well, because mules are horses and donkeys,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Ah.
Dude, can we just change our podcast to like interesting farm animal facts? This is
Yeah.
like very interesting.
Yeah.
I know a
Come on,
lot. I
anybody-
know a lot about animals. I could tell
Okay,
you.
Her name is
hit us with
Patches.
another one.
The tarsar. Have you guys seen the tarsar?
Oh
It's the
yeah,
little
he's got that little.
tree monkey thing with the big giant eyes. If they feel threatened, they bang their head and take out their lives.
Throw
Oh my God.
stomachs.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah,
Stomachs
I don't know what I'm allowed to say on Instagram.
Dude,
That was a good way of putting it. That was good.
Sewer slide themselves. For real,
You know-
if they feel threatened, they bang their heads
They
on the
just
trees.
can't
and-
handle the pressure.
Yeah.
Of life.
Weird,
Damn.
weird,
I
weird
get it.
little factoid. That's the first one that came to mind. Yeah.
Dark, but
I mean, you
like,
couldn't go with like narwhal horns or really a
Yeah, yeah.
tooth. You
It's a
couldn't-
tooth
wasn't-
that just
yeah.
protrudes out of there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that.
a
Do you
snaggle tooth.
understand? Do you understand how crazy we think the idea of a unicorn is? And we have two animals that have basically a horn on their forehead, and one is a whale, and then the other is a rhino.
yeah.
And we're like, "Oh, unicorns! You're crazy, child." And I'm like,
I
"Look,
mean,
there's
they're real.
literally two other unicorns. Just
Yeah.
one is a water unicorn.
They're just chunky baby versions.
And one's a chunky baby. And I got it.
By the way, a really fun thing that I don't know if any of you speak other languages, but like a really fun thing to look at is like how animals are named in other languages.
Because
like,
yeah,
I did-
well, because your English, is it your second language or is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
my
yeah.
second.
Mhm.
So Farsi is my first,
Mhm.
And so the way that we say chicken is morg, like MORQ, morg.
More.
And then the way you say duck is morg is morg abi, and abi means watery.
Oh, watery
It's a water
chicken.
chicken.
Water chicken.
Yeah.
And
Water
then the way
chicken.
that we say ostrich is
It's land
shotor.
chicken.
Close. Shotor morg. Shotor means camel.
Oh,
So like you
camel
just
chicken.
imagine this is like Mel Brooks, like perfect.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
some guy walking through and he's like, "What do you call this?" And the guy holds up a chicken and he's like, "Mork." And then he's like, "Well, okay, but what's that thing on the water?" And he's like,
Water
"More
chicken.
abi, more abi." He's like, "What about this giant bird thing?" It's like it's the size of a camel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shotor morg. Yeah.
Chicken.
Honestly,
is
that's
Camel
like
chicken, water
easier.
chicken, regular
Yeah,
chicken.
yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like
like that. It's easier way to describe it and not as many like weird words.
English
Yeah.
is a horrible language to learn.
It's
Do you know-
difficult.
Do you guys know any other languages? I don't think so, right?
Greek
Do you,
Latin.
Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greek Latin, I'm
Oh,
pretty
Of
good at.
course.
Ude
Uh,
uye.
Yeah.
Ice name.
Sass. I'm very fluent in sass and
Yes, and back talk,
yeah,
baby
back
talk. Any
Oh, I
baby
thought you
talk
meant
there?
software as a service. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that
you know,
too.
like Salesforce.
Yeah,
and, you know.
I do. Yeah. See, I know all of them.
All of it.
All the
That's amazing.
languages.
When I went to Uganda, I studied Lugandan then before my trip, so I was
Yeah.
spending a month there. So I was learning a lot of Lugandan. I had books and tapes and audio and stuff, and then I get there and nobody spoke Lugandan. Everybody spoke
Yeah.
Swahili, so I had to
Here-
like
oh.
learn Swahili on the spot.
Yeah.
So I know a couple words, and same thing when I went to Mexico. I didn't have much time, but I knew El Baño, and that was the most important thing there.
Yeah.
And then learned a little bit of Dutch when I was in Amsterdam.
Like swear words
Oh.
and stuff.
The important
Yeah.
stuff.
Dirty
Yeah.
words.
Really
important
important
stuff.
things.
Yeah. Sharky
Yeah.
Dicky says
Albano, eh?
bitchism.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's always a good one.
mhm.
Shay, do you speak any other languages?
No, I wish I did. My grandma was
Millennial.
fluent in Spanish, and she passed away now, but I would always get mad at her. I'm like, why didn't you teach me when I was young? Because I used to go and spend a lot of my time with her.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. We live in LA. Like, when would you need to use it? I'm like, well, it would have been nice to know.
Dude,
It's great to know. You know how many
Spanish.
Spanish-speaking
Yes.
countries there are? Oh my
I
god.
know. So no, and I've thought about it, but again, just like making the time to do it. And the other thing too, it's like you have to. I feel like I would need to be going somewhere to practice it and like be like in it for a while for it to really stick. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Wait,
If
where
you
do you
don't
live?
use it, you lose it. Like,
yeah,
you
no,
gotta
but now I live in
practice it.
Oregon and I live in Southern Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Nobody
Never
speaks
mind.
Spanish.
Yeah,
Well, no, that's
yeah.
not true. There are people who do, but it's not like LA where
Yeah.
No,
you
yeah.
know you could be
We have
immersed
we
more.
have so many like just Mexican restaurants and stores. This is the
Mhm.
thing that I was because my wife's from Denver, so we have this. She used to make me so mad, and she'd be like, "We have the best Mexican food," and I was like, "No, you don't. You don't. We literally are like we used to be Mexico. Like there's you
yeah.
can't beat this." And then
No.
we went to Denver, and they have good Mexican food, but what
Yeah.
they have is like imagine if you went to like China, and they were like, "We have an American restaurant."
Yeah.
Right, and then you walked in and it was like I don't know TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, I get it.
like the
This is
Manchu walk of
American
Chinese
food.
food.
I got it. But like, if you went to China and then they were like, "Yo, we have like Californian cuisine, and then we have like Washington food, and then we have New York style, Chicago style, Florida, like all the Louisiana
Yeah.
stuff like this." That's how we have Mexican food in Cali. Is
Yeah.
that we have food from like Teotihuacan, Michoacan. We have from Chihuahua, Jalisco, Tabasco, like all of these
Mhm.
little hutches that come over here and then make this amazing thing. And even Thai food, we have
Yeah.
Northern Thai, Southern Thai, like
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Vietnamese food. I know.
Oh, dude,
I
don't get
love
me
all the
started.
diversity. Yep. I know that. I miss that part of it.
You don't
Yeah.
get that all in Oregon.
No, it has gotten better, like because Dylan was born and raised here, and he's like, when I was here, it was hometown buffet and Red
Yeah.
Robin. That was
Yeah.
it.
No.
That was it.
And one
And-
Olive Garden if they want
Yeah,
to
we
have
do have
foreign
an Olive
food.
Garden.
Let's
If
yeah.
you want to be fancy.
Yeah, yeah.
European cuisine on your
Guys,
birthday. you
I want to
got
eat
Olive
something
Garden.
ethnic today. Let's have
Yeah.
some Olive Garden.
Yeah.
You know, let's
Exactly. No, it was like
spice it up today.
That's
It's
not
a
a spicy
Wonder Bread
meatball.
town. Yeah. But now it's actually better. Like we actually have
Yeah.
pretty good Thai food. We do have Mexican food that is pretty good. Like
Yeah, we got a
it's grown a
Bangs
lot.
and-
But yeah, it's not a big city. So.
And Murph, where are you at?
I'm in Michigan.
Oh,
right
I
there in
love
the
that little
middle.
mitten thing y'all do.
Yeah, right there in the middle.
So
Yeah.
cute.
There was so much pity in his voice. We said, "Oh,
Because no one cares, Rob.
shit.
No
Oh,
one cares. We just don't have the heart to tell them because they're less nice. No one is going, oh, that part of the mitten. I'll make sure to look on a map and find out where that was in the first place. Oh, the lake is here. Cool.
Not here.
You know,
There.
Not
I'll give
here.
you middle finger.
I'm
too.
originally from here, and now I live here. Yeah, I lived a
Oh,
little
look,
bit.
see, Dad
I
Rob's
lived
here.
down here for a couple years, but then I came back.
And
up here.
now I made it to
Yeah.
the lifeline here.
Nima-
Imagine if we did that with
You
California.
guys are
I
just
was
jealous.
gonna say, do
That's
this
the
already.
only state that you can do that with.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you guys are just
This
jealous.
is Cali
really.
right
Like,
here. California looks like an
oh,
arm, right? So here,
yeah.
I live
Rob,
here, but I
Rob, how would you do yours for
All
for
of this
you?
Rob, where are you
bullshit.
at?
I'm in Canada, so we got this shit. This is a moose. This is a
that's
moose. That's what we got.
Yep.
Where in Canada are you?
Just outside of Toronto.
Oh, I love Toronto.
So we have all the food. All the foods.
No, you
yeah.
don't. No, not really.
No.
No.
No, like
the
you start
snow.
naming all these places, like
but
all
you
these
have
hutches
sushi
of
like
Mexico.
crazy. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude, I don't know any of that shit.
No, but your
The Asian.
sushi's dope. But yeah, you got to come down here for Mexican.
Oh,
Decent
for sure.
Mexican,
Yeah,
yeah.
Taco
Such a
Bell,
big difference.
McDonald's.
Yeah, we got
Burger
Taco
King.
Bell. We got
No,
yeah.
Look,
White
guys,
Castle.
we summoned Dad Rob.
Yeah.
Hey!
So we got Mel. Mel came. Dad Rob came. Who else do you want?
Dad Rob.
Name
I
someone.
love how
Kelly
Nima
Clarkson.
does
Kelly
this.
Clarkson, come on.
Dad
There.
Rob.
I would
That's
Kelly
Olive
Clarkson.
Garden right there, man.
I
That's
love it.
I'm naming Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly
Kelly
Clarkson.
Clarkson.
Come
One
on,
day.
manifest.
One day.
Yeah. She's gonna pop.
She's
in.
gonna be
She's
on our
like,
show, and
Did
then
she
we're
have
gonna
weight
be
loss
on her
surgery?
show. No, but we're just gonna be on
Oh,
our
we
show.
just
No.
like her. We
Oh, we
just
like
want
her. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're big
Yeah.
fans.
Dope.
Are we?
You're probably neighbors.
Does
with
she live
Kelly
in
Clarkson.
Oregon?
No, she lives in California, where you live.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
You know her?
So does Snoop, but I've never seen him. You know what I mean?
That's
And
like
he's big.
We
everyone-
get closer
everyone-
every episode because Lonnie went or knew people who went to high school,
with
and we're like,
Kelly
"Oh, can you
Clarkson.
like get a word in for us?" He's like, well, "How?"
Like she remembers high school people.
yeah.
Yeah. That part of
But-
her brain is like
Yeah.
flushed out.
But you're
to-
pretty much neighbors with her, so like, just
I'm
let
sure.
her know.
Yeah.
Just let her
At a
know.
time.
We're-
Yeah.
We probably go to the same Gelsons. So.
Yeah.
Probably.
Next time you see her, just
Rob, a Gelson's is
Drop her
like
our
a
card.
fancy,
in Whole
Like a
Foods, but
fancy
Yes,
Red
sir.
but more
Robin
expensive.
yes,
between
their
Whole
cakes
Foods and
are so
Erewhon.
good. Yeah,
It's-
in between.
their
Oh,
cakes
got
are
it.
so good there at Cal.
Also,
we used to get
is
those for
everyone
birthdays.
is everyone just familiar with the fact that Erewhon is nowhere backwards? Like everyone just knows that.
No, that's
Do
the
you
first
think
time
that-
I heard of that. What is that?
Murph's
I don't know
face
what that
right
is.
now is going.
I don't know
I have
what
no
that is.
idea what you're talking
I have
about.
no idea what
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
everyone-
pretend.
I was
Erewhon
thinking
is
of
like,
Buc-ee's for some reason.
oh, Buc-ee's. I've
Yeah.
heard
Very
a lot
different
of
than
good stuff about
Erewhon.
Buc-ee's.
I know. I was just thinking like, what are we talking about? Gas stations, Buc-ee's. I don't know.
Erewhon.
I have no
is
idea what you
not.
guys are talking about.
It's very high class, very fancy. The smoothies there are $30 at the
shit.
low end.
That's
Erewhon.
It's where all
$45
the, it's
for
where
us.
all the movie stars go.
For one,
For
Yeah.
one. Holy shit.
Mhm.
How
it's
about
amazing.
Yeah, all the
I can't
movie
even
stars
afford
go
to
there.
walk into one. I can't.
They would
I just-
they would kick you
no,
out.
they do
Nima.
a
I love
credit
you.
check before
but-
you walk.
that?
in.
Yeah.
They're like, "Are you under 800?" I'm so sorry. Trader
Yeah.
Joe's is
It
just
is
down
right
the
there.
street to your left. You can go
It's
there.
above his Iranian doctor pay rate there. It's like, no.
That's amazing.
Sheesh. You know what? Okay, so it's 10:06.
Okay.
I don't think we've even talked about anything really. Like we've just shot the shit, which is
Yeah.
cool. I loved it. Like this is one of my favorite episodes. We were
No,
just
we
sort of
got
like,
we got deep about my
Really?
shame and the school.
yeah,
and
we talked
Really?
about
Yeah.
shame.
Yeah,
We did it
that
on
sounds
the
like
good.
we
way in
asked
the
like
beginning,
one
and then-
question, and it was
That's
like, "Oh,
good.
tell us about yourself,"
good.
and then it's like, "Look at this cat! Holy shit!" And I'm like, "Oh,
I'll tell you what. Though,
cat." And they're
honestly,
like,
if you go
"Oh, did you know
listen
the
to, like,
tar
first-
saw? Is that what it's called?
Tarstar. Yeah.
The Tarsar? You made that up. That's a
Tarsar?
Star Wars
Pretty good.
monster. You made that shit up."
I'm gonna look it up. Tarsar.
It's a
Yeah.
Star Wars character.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm
that's-
saying it
yeah,
right.
That
I just-
was from Tatooine. That's from
Yeah,
the planet
for sure.
Tatooine.
It's
You
one
made
of the
that up.
one of the moons of Endor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I don't know if you believe.
No, but I mean, you could go check out my Gastric Sleeve podcast and listen to the first 3-4 episodes. They're terrible, but you'll get an idea of it. And then I just started. Oh, this is actually. We could probably end on. I don't know how long y'all go, but I just started doing Walk With Me podcasts because I just couldn't be stuck up here unless I was talking to people. It's just so hot and I'm so bothered that I just thought, you know what I want is I just want to go for a
after
walk.
Dark. It's like Nima after dark. I'm hot and bothered. I gotta.
So I put on my headphones and I go for a walk, and the sound quality is terrible, but I get, it's a twofer. I get to do my podcast and I get to catch up, and I go, hey, this is what's going on with me and blah, 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 blah. And it's great. And I do it twice a month on the 1st and the 15th. So that's been like the best thing. And then I want to have just a few more interviews and probably just because I started it in April, I think. And so I want to kind of end it in April. So I think probably in 6 months, I'll probably sunset it, get some difficult guests that I've been trying to get on there. And Murph, I'd love to have you on. Rob, I'd love to have you on. And
for sure.
Yeah. And then we'll make way for the new class of podcasters. I'm just so excited. And this is the thing. And I didn't know how many people are on where, because I can't see anything. But but when I did Kelly and Mel's OSLP podcast, I was so impressed with them. I'm still so impressed with them, with how they've done what they've done in what short amount of time they've done it, and how honest and open they've been. I mean, literally, if you want to look at how to create a business outside of the fact that what they've done for the community, that is how you do it. Yep. Second place is you three. And this is, and I'll tell you why, because you could have just had it 2 dudes on a podcast, right? It's easy. You have banter, whatever. And that's what Only Murders in the Building was going to be. It was just going to be Steve Martin and Martin Short, right? So it's going to be Martin. That's it. And then they were like, oh, we should have a lady. And then they said, great, we'll grab like a lady our age. So it'll be like the 3 of us doing it, right? And they were like, no, we need like a young, hip billionaire, if you will. So then they picked Selena Gomez. Do you know that she's worth $1.3 billion? Because of her makeup brand. She's incredible. So they're like, she's the 3rd most followed person on Instagram. Number 1 is Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 2 is Lionel Messi. Number 3 is Selena Gomez.
Wow.
Murph is number 4.
Murph.
There's no award for 4th place, man.
Yeah. You get the participation ribbon.
Yeah, that's right.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is Martin Short and who is Steve Martin out of Murph and I? That's
the
whole thing.
God.
The whole thing that you just said. You're like, oh, that's awesome. You're 2nd place. You do all these great things. And I'm like, oh, no. But okay,
I almost had a heart attack.
I know, me too.
You can't not know who Martin Short is.
Oh, no, I know.
You meant you're Martin Short, obviously. Don't be ridiculous. And Murph is Steve Martin.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
100%.
And Shea by default, you're Selena Gomez, but also
hey, I'll take it.
It's in your nature.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I love Steve Martin.
I love him too. I think he's great.
I have studied him he is one of my faves.
Do you know he's an author? Have you read any of his books, Murph?
I don't read books. I don't
listen.
I watch movies.
I was at a used bookstore in LA and I saw Steve Martin has like a few different books. I was like, I never knew that.
Are you sure it's the same Steve Martin?
Yeah, I looked it up to make sure, and it's him. And when I haven't read them yet, but I read a little bit, and I hear his voice when I'm reading it. It's really fun. So
Murph,
on my TBR.
What was that sound?
The mic moved.
Yeah, my mic moved. My bad.
Oh, no! I thought it was an instrument. It sounded like a drum that we have.
Oh yeah.
A steel drum.
No. We have like an Arabic drum that has like a synthetic head.
Cool.
Yeah,
and it sounds like that when
it does sound like that.
Yeah.
This is our instrumental.
We should do it. We're about to break into that part of the show where you just do ethnic music.
Like, I have 2 drums over there. Just let me know when. I'll
Dude, let's bring it to the basement.
I'll figure it out.
You're a drummer?
drums.
Are you a drummer?
Yeah.
Bro,
I
Rob,
tell
so am I.
everybody,
We're all
Oh,
drummers.
this is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're up to. Okay, great.
let's do it.
I tell
Yeah.
everybody though, I'm a book drummer. Like I don't read music. You got to talk to me like you talk to drummers. Like my wife's an actor, so like when she's doing a scene and she's like, okay, so like I'm gonna say this thing, and then she's like, blue ribbons, am I right? And I go, okay, why don't you say it more like blue ribbons, am I right? And she's like, don't give me a line read. And so she would do this all the time, and I would try to, and I go, listen, I figured it out. As a drummer, someone has to tell you, I want you to play like ka-doom, ka-ga, ka-goom, ka-goom,
Yeah.
ga, ka-goom, ka-ga, ka-goom, ka-goom. Like you have to,
Yeah.
they have to
Say it.
actually tell you, because you could slap on your body, but this is going to make more sense. And especially when you play hand percussion like congas or
Yeah.
bongos or anything, you need that distinction as
Yeah.
opposed to other. There's a great video of Taylor Hawkins
Oh, from Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
and Dave Grohl sitting on a
Yeah.
couch, and Dave is trying to teach Taylor how to play a song, and they're playing the rhythm on their thighs,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and you can see the smile on Taylor's face when he like gets it and he
Yeah.
hits it, and Dave's like, not like, it makes me so happy.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
we got to
man.
do a drum off JB Wise.
Oh shit.
Or not
That'd be
drum
cool.
off, but like in the band, you know, like do
Let's
a
do
band.
it.
There has to be
Yeah.
other people. Dylan's gonna come. He can do guitar.
Dr. Smith
Oh yeah,
I
does
think
he do
Rob
guitar?
plays.
plays drums. Pardon?
Doesn't Rob play? Oh, you are Canadian.
Yeah. I'm Canadian.
Pardon. You also say
Pardon?
washroom.
Excuse me. Banyo. That's what it's everyone's saying they needed this tonight. Just a session. They love the podcast. Listen to all the episodes. So yeah, it was an awesome show. Everyone enjoyed it. I think we need to do a round 2.
I'd love that. Y'all are
With the
great.
drum.
Fun.
Yeah,
Please.
we'll do it for sure.
All right. So I know you deleted.
I've got some djembes that I brought back from Uganda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one
I
of my
thought that was
favorites.
like an American store or something that I wasn't aware of.
Djembe.
A djembe.
Oh,
Yeah, like an air one.
no. I've got like
Yeah.
three djembes I brought back. Yeah.
I'll
I
pack
got
a couple drums and bring them to the
Dude,
JB
let's go.
Wise.
Yeah.
We'll have a little
Yeah.
drum circle. We'll hang out.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
I
bring
tell
the
everybody,
tequila.
if you can clap, you're a percussionist.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. You just
There
gotta
you
clap
go.
in rhythm, but you gotta clap.
No, I like the guys who when they start they're clapping along and then they're either the offbeat or in between.
Oh,
I'm like, my wife looks at me every time she hears that and she sees the anger in my face.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna say
Oh, yeah.
something.
You
stop that clap.
just swat their hand down, be done with it.
Yeah. Nima, I'm gonna ask you a quick question just before we go. I know it's 10:15 here Eastern time, but can you share? I know you deleted Instagram and Facebook at this point.
But you
right
didn't
before this
delete your
podcast.
account.
No.
No,
though.
my account's still
Yeah.
up, and I check it like maybe once a week.
All right, cool. Where can everyone find you?
So I'm at Nima Speaks across all the platforms, and I'm Nima Karazi on Facebook. My Gastric Sleep Podcast is my podcast. You can find that anywhere you listen to podcasts. And feel free to reach out, message me, and Facebook Messenger's the best way to go about it because I still have that app on my phone.
Nice. Well, Nima, thank you so much for joining us today. It was really,
you
really
all.
fun. And yes, 100% come back again. Let's do this again. We can shoot the shit
too.
for another
Can't
hour
wait.
and 15 minutes. And I am super excited for it. So thank you. And thank everyone else for joining us on another episode of the Waiting Table Podcast, where we're serving the weight loss community.
1 pound at a time.
Really delayed.
You're right.
I was waiting for it. It didn't come like
I know.
like 10
it
seconds
kind
later.
of cut out.
It was
It's
like,
always that
oh, we're
part.
serving the weight loss community, and there's silence for a while. And then you're like 1 pound,
1 pound at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There
man.
we go.
1
See, I'm
pound
glad
at a
it's not
time.
just me. Maybe it's something with the music. I don't
Murph
know.
really has to pee. So
He has to be so
have a
bad.
good one, guys.
He's